A lot of you know me as the girl who works at Dairy Queen, but here is a little bit about myself. My name is Morgan. I live in Ontario, Canada. I'm 17, which means I'm still in high school, and I am trying to figure out if I want to go into medicine or law. My favorite color is blue. I hate winter. I could simply live in summer all year round. My favorite TV shows are The Office, Suits, and Grey's Anatomy, but I would much rather read a book, which is kind of ironic because my last name is Book. I have a younger brother named Jack, 2 golden retrievers, and my family and I simply love to travel. Anyways, I hope you guys learned a bit more because the whole purpose of this video was because let's see who can figure out which celebrity this cake is based off of simply by how it is decorated. It's not as easy as the other guessing game cakes that I've done, but I think it's still doable, and if not, that will be a hard hit to my part-time cake decorating career. Try to connect the color of the cake with the flowers and then the white icing. And then we are left with the guitar and the music notes which symbolize the person. Good luck, guys. It's a beautiful day to decorate a cake. I wanted to play another guessing game with this cake where you guys try to figure out the person or the theme, but between how I started the video, the song playing in the background, and the immediate Seattle skyline, I knew it would be too easy for you guys to guess. So instead, we're just going to jump right into how I decorated the cake. For Anna's 13th birthday, she wanted a Grey's Anatomy themed cake, so I drew on the Seattle skyline, a stethoscope, and then a heartbeat on the side border of the cake. Ever since I decorated this cake a couple days ago, I have been very curious as to why they wanted a goat drawn on top, and no judgment at all, I am simply curious. I mean, if someone ordered a cake with Olaf on top, I would think they would like Frozen, or if they ordered a medical cake, I would either think they liked Grey's Anatomy or were a doctor themselves. But a goat is a whole new story. And they didn't even ask for it to be filmed for TikTok, so I will forever wonder why Robert wanted a goat on his cake. Have I ever had a customer come in who didn't speak English, and what happened? So last April I was working a shift by myself and a lady came in to pick up her cake and all she had was a $50 bill, but at the time we weren't taking cash, we were only doing debit and credit sales. I was trying to explain to her that we had no cash in the entire store. I didn't even have any in my wallet, but she didn't understand me and I did not understand her. So what I ended up doing was going over to Subway and borrowing some money from them, taking her money, giving her the change, and then I paid Subway back later on that night. Did I have to do an interview for my position at Dairy Queen even though my parents own the stores that I work at? Okay, so I was 8 years old when we opened up our first Dairy Queen, which is obviously young to interview someone, and even then I wasn't like I couldn't get the job, so no, I did not have to do an interview. But my parents still wanted me to get exposure to interviews, so when we opened up our second store, I pretty much listened to all of them. Anytime any mention of a beach comes up, my parents never fail to remind me how difficult of a child I was when we went there. As much as I love it now, when I was a young toddler, I hated the sand and threw a fit anytime I touched it. So from there, my parents' only solution was to lay out towels all over the beach to ensure that wherever I went, I would never have to come into contact with sand. Why does everyone think that I'm blonde? I mean, there is nothing wrong with that, but every time I post a video of myself, people are always so shocked to find out that I'm a brunette. Another assumption that I always hear is about my height. Whenever I meet someone in person, they always thought that I was going to be shorter, but I'm actually around 5'7". And the most surprising assumption was around my age. I'm 17, a senior in high school, but a lot of people thought that I was in my late 20s or even 30 years old. I thought more people knew about this, which is why I've never talked about it in a video, but now that I've received a bunch of comments from people saying I'm lying in my videos or being dramatic for the sole purpose of views, I guess I'll talk about it. I live in Canada, a place where the Creator Fund does not exist, so regardless of how many views I get, whether it's 1 million or 10 million, I get no money off of it. And I'm honestly okay with it because I never get stressed over views, and the sole purpose of any video that I post is to make people happy.